In the ocean, there are sea monsters terrified. Today, we're going to take a look at the top 10 biggest sea monsters ever. Number 10. Of course, at number 10, we're going to start at the largest animal currently calling our planet home, the blue whale. They can grow up to over 100 feet. And that also is even bigger than the prehistoric megalodon. Look at this cutie. But there's a sound that could come from a sea monster bigger than him. Find out who that is with number 9. This guy's a really big one, but here we have him. The blue. The blue is big. Of course, it's actually an iceberg, but it could also be an animal. Scientists know it's an iceberg, but they don't know for sure. That sound could have come from an animal. It could also, come from an iceberg, which is what scientists have said. But most scientists are using it to be an iceberg, but stop right there, scientists. You don't know what that thing is. Leave it to the experts who know. They know exactly if it's an iceberg or what, and it's an iceberg. Well, not even they can break that out. It's too complicated. But it could come from a sea monster. Whoop. Okay, Biggie, you're actually a whale, so, he's actually very gentle, so, Blue, you can leave. Oh, he's so big, he can't fit through. The fastest way to leaving is that way, Blue, because he's a giant whale, he can't even fit. There he goes. Okay, then, that was kind of annoying, having to fit him through my very narrow passageway. But definitely we're on to number 8. Blue whale, get off the stage. You're not as impressive as the lion's mane jellyfish. This can have a wingspan of up to 120 feet. And they even have all arms, which beat the tentacles at length, which makes it even rival the largest blue whale, which is only 108 feet, which is very paltry. But don't go calling this animal the longest jellyfish or even the longest animal on Earth. Well, you can call it the longest jellyfish, but just don't call it the longest animal on Earth. Because they are the longest jellyfish, but definitely not the longest animal. So, yeah. Find out what animal was even longer than the lion's mane jellyfish at number 7. The boot waste worm. The boot waste worm is a worm that's super long. It even dwarfs the man o' war in total weight. At an outstanding 180 feet. Hold on. Somebody's missing from the stage. Who was it? Hold on, somebody was missing. Oh, hey, sorry I was late. I had a stomach ache. Because I ate too much fish. So I had to go to the human doctor for a checkup. Okay, thanks, Apple, for telling us, Apple. I was about to say Portuguese man of war, which is a siphonophore. Did I already say that? I can't remember. The bootless worm does very well in captivity. And, yeah. they also are very gentle and cute, and they eat tiny pieces of fish that humans feed them. Soup. Not nearly as impressive as number 6, the giant squid. While it may not be as long as a blueways worm, this thing is powerful. It was even called the Kraken. Ah! Let go of the camera. Let go, I said. Let go. The Kraken is on the Swiss, though, but because it's actually a mix between the giant... Okay, then, I don't want to tell any more secrets. But yes, the giant squid can grow up to even longer than the whale, as it... Well, from the Bermuda Triangle, the Kraken, giant squid, could grow up to 164 feet long, beating the lion's mane jellyfish, which is just approximately 120 feet long. But don't go calling the giant squid the longest animal on Earth, because the Portuguese man-o-war is longer by just 1 feet or foot or whatever. Because the number 5 this is where things start to get a bit mythical. The black demon shark. This is basically a megalodon with melanism, which it could also be a whale shark with melanism, but Eric didn't say anything about the shark having white spots. And he could just have bad eyesight, but if he has good eyesight, then there can only be one thing. It's a megalodon. It couldn't be a great white shark, too big for that. It equals the prehistoric megalodon in size, just like the whale shark. But this thingy isn't just the size of a megalodon, because it is a very high chance that it is a megalodon, and you better watch out, because the black demon is coming for you. Get ready to get eaten by a megalodon with melanism. Okay, then putting the black demon or a megalodon with melanism to a side, we have number 4, Ichthyosaurus, aka the largest marine reptile. The largest marine reptile is a carnivore and prefers meat. They crunch down on small reptiles like the plesiosaur and tylosaur. This guy, even though he was a carnivore, he also made food for the megalodon. Bah! You're not next on this list. You're supposed to be... Anyway, back to our beloved Ichthyosaurus. The largest marine reptile also can grow up to almost as long as a blue whale. Number 3, the Kraken. The Kraken. Listen carefully, guys. Else you may just get killed while you're swimming in the ocean. 95% of the oceans hasn't been explored, and the Kraken will destroy your ship. So be careful next time you're on a ship. You never know when the Kraken arrives and uses its gigantic tentacles to bring a ship to the bottom. It's a mix between 3 cephalopods, giant Pacific octopus, giant, and colossal squid. And finally, we have number 2, Siphonophore apolemia. The spiral siphonophore is so long that it's the longest animal to have ever called our planet home. They can go up to 390 feet. However, sadly, that doesn't estimate. We don't know the for sure maximum length it can grow up to, but they are not one organism. They are not a jellyfish. They are a siphonophore, which is an organism made of zooids. And number 1, the megalodon. The megalodon is a top predatory shark, the biggest shark in history. It preyed on everything and is not a picky eater. It would eat anything, from small whales to the blue whale. It would even destroy the blue, as the megalodon is very aggressive. In fact, it could even would be able to destroy the killer of all sharks, the orca. And if you thought that your small size wasn't worth the effort, don't be fooled. He isn't picky, even with humans, and he would eat humans no matter what. They can grow up to 60 feet long, and that's, well, folks, 60 feet is very big. So, luckily this guy's extinct, so you don't have to worry about him, but he could not be extinct. However, most scientists think he's extinct, but 95% of the oceans hasn't been explored. Maybe in the depths he could still live. It's not likely, though, that he lives in the depths. Most scientists are sure he's extinct, because if he wasn't, then he would be, well, if a bunch of marine creatures went missing, then yeah, he'd definitely be around. But we don't know about his capabilities. It could be capable of surviving in the deep depths of the ocean. Those are all the 2 months I have you guys. Bye.